like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Cut. 180! Time to go, night. Two times. Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Pick it up, G. Hard ball. Come. Watch the ship. Hey, let's go. Well, ground.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go. Time to end it. 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Joker.
Throwing on 1st down. Flores. He's got a man. Complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Give to Smith out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And here's Flores throwing on first down. That's complete to Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Ito Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Flores.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Flores on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
180. 97's the mic. 14. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. All day, every day.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, try to give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flores now off the play fake. Going for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
180.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
45 the mic. Here it goes. Here it goes. Two. Check mic 45. Check mic 47.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flores operating from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Moore. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, check, 59. Get ready, get ready. Mike 59.
To throw is Flores. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Running on first down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown. 97's the mic. 97.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Flores. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here's Flores throwing after the interception. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
He's checking crowd. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm here all day. Orbit. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey.
Now Flores to throw again. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Keep playing.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Let's get it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, watch it.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Flores now going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Check 59, Mike is
Flores operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's gone. That'll be caught by Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Tiger.
Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Target.
Five.
Mike 27. Mike 27.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Out of the gun. Gone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
53's the Mike. 53.
To throw is Flores. Off play action. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Baby. It's game, baby. Ready. Check. 59. Check pass.
On 3rd and 2, Flores. It's caught. Smith. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their build-up. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
And here's Flores. From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
25-yard line.
Tonight.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Check 37. Check 37.
Value three.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Charlie.
In your face. Check 24. Check 24.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got it with the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, it's Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Shell.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Goff on 3rd down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Travis Kelce there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Check 59.
Now Flores on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths.
And will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
There to stop him was Rashawn Golden.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Back to throw. Flores. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll tie things up now at 22. It's another field goal, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring him level now.
I like how you put that in there. It brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 57 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Hey, lift! 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 45's the mark!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 12. 12. 12. 12. Shit. Watch the shit.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Takk McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
They'll run it here with Smith. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Smith. And he's got room. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 52 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Austin Eckler, 62 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd and 5. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Smith. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Flores now to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Falcons.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run, it's Smith. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal from the 1.
Come on out here. Come get some.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now it's gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Goff now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night.